Introducing first, from Shama, New Mexico, Sylvia Sanchez.
David, you just spoke of it. Our main event tonight as La Mandida, Sylvia Sanchez, makes her way to the ring for our opening contest. It is going to be Miami Sweetie, the former four-time World Tag Team Champions here in WOW, challenging Holly Swag and Penelope Pink with Lana Star in their corner. David, you made the matchup last week. No weapons allowed. We have seen the sock of rocks from Holly Swag, and of course, we saw Swag and Pink bring out the chairs. Miami Sweet Heat put a stop to that, but David, you're putting a stop to any weapons in tonight's main event.
And her opponent, from Guadalajara, Mexico, it's Tormenta.
Tormenta. And you saw her in that Battle Royale, 12-person over the top rope, and she wanted nothing more to win that WOW World Championship and make herself the first Mexican warrior to win the WOW Championship. Tormenta!
And David, last week here on the broadcast, we saw Tormenta's often tag team partner, Princess Aussie, in action. I think both superheroes still set and ready for tag action that might come down the pike.
No doubt about that, Nigel. Princess Aussie and Tormenta remain great friends, tag team partners. They're just taking on some single competition right now.
Nothing wrong for wanting to cement your legacy both as a tag and singles wrestler here in WOW now as we wait for our official to sound for the bell. Referee Julio Rodriguez in charge of the action, and La Bandita, Sylvia Sanchez, not wasting any time on the attack of Tormenta, David.
Tormenta took that robe off and handed it off to our ring attendant, and as she turned, I don't think the mind was totally in the game, Nigel.
Oh my, what a running knee from Sylvia Sanchez, who is looking to make quick work of Tormenta now. Hooking the leg, referee Julio Rodriguez says just a one count, David. She is just that. I'm talking about Tormenta. She is a true warrior. You mentioned it. And I couldn't agree more, David.
I've never seen Tormenta in this position, but she gets up. The cobwebs have been cleared, and now she's the Tormenta the fans know and recognize, but cut off immediately by Sylvia Sanchez.
What a senton splash from the Bandita, Sylvia Sanchez. David, if you remember, we saw Sylvia Sanchez have her first singles match this year here on WOW, and of course that was against Tormenta. Now Tormenta won that matchup, so not only is Sylvia Sanchez motivated to even the score, but she's also motivated now that she's no longer in a team to do the same thing that Santana Garrett did last week, and that is make a statement in the ring. This is an awesome opportunity for Sanchez now, who has Tormenta in that tarantula submission lock.
She broke that hold. Julio Rodriguez saying you got to step back into the ring or face the consequences. Oh, did you see the right boot to the right jaw there?
Sure did, David, and that tarantula hold, even though Sanchez is only able to apply it for that 5 seconds, does a lot of damage. And now, once again, Sanchez really bending the count here from a lenient Julio Rodriguez. Double knees to the back of Tormenta, David. And we've got a lot of action. Wait a second. Almost over in this first match, coming up a little bit later on in the broadcast.
Later on, we've got Fury in action tonight with Sandy Shore. Look at that, Nigel! Up the cigar, the kick right to the left side of Sanchez's head by Tormenta. Now, Tormenta rushes her into the corner.
And now Tormenta, oh my, with the double knees.
Oh, that is powerful and strength. That's got to take it out of you.
My goodness, just knocking the air right out of Sylvia Sanchez, who somehow manages to kick out at two. Sanchez now, out of desperation, the code breaker to Tormenta. But Sylvia Sanchez now, slow to the cover. Will this be enough to put away Tormenta? No, not quite enough.
She was slow to the cover because of the pounding she had taken just seconds before by Tormenta. Now, as I mentioned in Fury's on today's broadcast, she'll be in there against Sandy Shore in singles action.
And Tormenta driving her knees into the back of Sylvia Sanchez. Now Tormenta inching over to the body of Sanchez, going for the cover, and Sylvia Sanchez.
The foot is on the rope. The foot is on the rope.
And the 13-year veteran Sylvia Sanchez knew where she was at in the ring, David, and took full advantage of it. Gotta give her credit. Ring placement sometimes is everything. And in this case, it was the difference between a win and a loss. Now Sanchez, oh my, what a DDT! Tormenta grabbing her forehead.
That's it, unfortunately. No! Tormenta able to find it deep down, and look at her put the finger up. No way, baby! The former Mexican champion, who would love nothing more than to become a champion of WOW, comes to her feet. Sanchez misses with the right hook. A roll-up by Tormenta. And she gets the 1, 2, 3.
Tormenta.
Sanchez almost had it, but Tormenta took the fast roll-up, Nigel, and gets the victory.
Your winner is Tormenta. Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, and San Antonio, Texas, respectively, it's BK Rhythm and Gi Giani. They are the Brat Pack.
David, we saw the Brat Pack out here last week in the main event as Reina Del Rey was defeated by Santana Garrett. But here, they're in tag team competition tonight.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that last week because they were there to possibly get a victory for Reina Del Rey. They snapped the feet right out from Santana Garrett. They interfered, but the Florida native Santana Garrett, and she's not a native, she's from St. Louis, Missouri, but she resides there now, was able to pull out the victory over Reina Del Rey.
And their opponents, from the island of Santa Rita, Guam, and the beautiful islands of Hawaii, Tiki, Chamorro, and Island Girl Kalaki.
BK Rhythm and Gi Giani looking to impress the Alliance leader, I should say, Adriana Gambino here tonight.
Well, they'd like to do nothing more than pull out a win today because I know from my conversations with them, they haven't been as vocal as many others, but they want a shot at the Tag Team Championship of the world. And they don't care if they've got to go through Penelope Pink, Holly Swag, or if tonight's matchup ends up with a 5-time Tag Team Champions in Miami Sweet Heat going through them either. They want a shot at greatness, and they want those championship titles around their waist.
The Island Girls, Tiki, Chamorro, and Kalaki. Oh, wait a minute.
I forgot all about the fact BK likes to rap.
Somebody hit the mute button?
Got something to say.
You're looking at the fashionista and the greatest MC, and you two just fell out of a coconut tree. I guarantee greatness, night in and night out, surfs up losers you're about to wipe out.
Just such a disrespectful
All the time.
BK
Somebody's
Rhythm.
gonna pop that mouth. And we remember Tara Strike when she did it.
Oh,
Gigi was taken to that hospital. Tara Strike, we know you're watching. We look forward to you back in WOW. I know you're out for the next few months.
Kalaki, the Island Girl, front face like to BK Rhythm. And BK Rhythm, who said that these two fell out of a coconut tree. Absolutely insulting now. Two great athletes now. Of course, Tiki Chamorro, also a rugby player, as tough as they come now, tagging into the Oahu, Hawaii native, Kalaki.
Kalaki, I love it, Kalaki.
Kalaki, the
Kalaki.
side headlock. Kalaki, yes. Side headlock takeover from the Island Girl to BK Rhythm. And it seems like BK Rhythm and Gi Giani might have had a false sense of security walking into this match. Of course, David brought it up. the WOW World Tag Team Champions in action later on tonight. More tag team action as Holly Swag and Penelope Pink defend those WOW World Tag Team Championships against Miami Sweet Heat now. As Tiki Chamorro connects with the splash and tags in to Kalaki, David.
Kalaki in the corner, the right corner for her and Tiki. Fans cheering them on. They love the Island Girls.
And the Island Girls, who picked up a victory here on WOW just 3 short weeks ago, trying to add more momentum, of course. Their friendship was formed a couple of months ago now. Secret little handshake and a pinfall attempt now from Tiki Chamorro to BK Rhythm. And David, this match has been all Island Girls so far.
That's right. I want to make a note just so we don't get any hot water. Ask Kalaki and Tiki. You mind if we say the Island Girls? It'll be the Island Women. And they laughed and said, we're the girls, David. You better call us that. We're the Island Girls.
That's right. Even Kalaki, well, that's part of her ring name. She is the Island Girl.
She tagged herself that.
Now BK Rhythm dumping Tiki Chamorro variation of the sidewalk slam. Mic drop elbow, gets both legs, but only a 2 count, David. Take a look at the face of Tiki Chamorro now as BK Rhythm sends Chamorro into the corner of the Brat Pack. Tag into the Fashionista.
The branding of the WOW Warriors, they used to be called the WOW Girls until Jeannie Buss branded them what she feels they all are, the WOW Superheroes.
And now Gi Giani trying to brand the side of the face with fist marks of Tiki Chamorro. Now is Gi Giani with such velocity. Almost like a shoulder tackle to Tiki Chamorro in the corner. And Gi Giani continues the aggressive assault on Chamorro.
I don't know if you mentioned it, Nigel. I apologize if you did, but wasn't it 3 weeks ago that Kalaki and Tiki scored a victory together, first time or something? Wasn't that right?
That's right, David. Oh, wait a second. It's Gi Giani with the big power slam. Connects in the middle of the ring, looking for a victory for the Brat Pack. Will it be enough? Not quite. And David also, let's not forget, in case you just now joined us at the top of the hour, we're talking about our main event tonight, but you also made another big main event for next week, and that's going to be the Classmaster defending that WOW World title against Santana. Garrett, tag in to
Kalaki.
Kalaki.
Made, Nigel. Kalaki spinning, and they're coming up with a right upper hook. Legs out from BK. Kalaki, the Island Girl. She paused for the cause to entertain the fans, and it cost her.
Kalaki going for that tidal wave leg drop now. Short clothesline from BK Rhythm. Not enough to put away the in-ring veteran Kalaki. But Kalaki really opened herself up to some potential damage, David. Measuring her shot is BK Rhythm, but
BK hesitated going in. That's twice. BK, look at this. Gi Giani pulling on the hair of Kalaki. And she jams her on the outside of the ring apron. Right where it's steel meeting steel.
And BK Rhythm setting up Kalaki for that album cover. And you hear the fans in the arena yelling out cheater to Giani and BK Rhythm. Referee Charlie Wu might not have seen it, but the fans sure did now. Double knees to the back of the neck of Kalaki now. The fashion walk from Gi Giani, just walking over the body of Kalaki, dropping the elbow now as referee Charlie Wu going to make the count. And fans, if you need to get caught up on WOW action, don't forget to check us out on WOW Superheroes on YouTube or on any social media outlet or WOWE.com to get biographies of your favorite superheroes and ones you might not even want to know more about. Look at BK Rhythm, submission, locked in on Kalaki.
But she allowed Kalaki to turn to the left. Kalaki takes that foot out from under BK and comes off the rope strong.
Leg lariat by Kalaki.
Kalaki in trouble though, trying to get the Tiki. BK rolling. Who's gonna grab it first? BK does, but here comes Tiki.
And Chamorro coming in, knocking down Gi Giani now with the clothesline. sending Gianni, the fashionista, almost straight to the canvas with that headbutt. Tiki
A second
Chamorro.
headbutt by Tiki. She picks up Gi. She's ready for the body slam, but BK grabs her back of her hair and pulls her down. Nigel, we've got a potential pin. The referee didn't see it. He was looking at Kalaki trying to get her out of the ring.
Wait a second, did you see BK Rhythm trying to headbutt Kalaki? BK damaged herself, but Gi Giani with the back-end style to Kalaki, and now
She rushed Tiki, but Tiki was able to get Gi up on her shoulders. There's a scratch across the eyes.
oh my, code breaker to Tiki Chamorro. Will this be enough? Yes, it is. Gi Giani, BK Rhythm, the Brat Pack with a victory over the Island Girls.
Your winners, BK Rhythm and Gi Giani, the Brat Pack.
David, you can see in this match just how much the cheating and distraction paid off for BK Rhythm and Gi Giani of the...
Introducing first, from the mean streets of Los Angeles, California, it's Fury!
The headbangers making her way to the Wild Ring. Fury, who's in singles competition tonight. The member of Heavy Metal, who's been looking to find her way here in WoW.
David, as I was preparing for this big match this week, of course, I was taking a look at the Pluto 24/7 WoW channel, and I tell you what matches we have seen from Fury, and she's mostly been paired as a team member, but Fury, as of late, has found friendship in an unlikely alliance with Chainsaw and Daisy Lane. In fact, it was just 2 weeks ago that Fury teamed with both Daisy Lane and Chainsaw to take on Spring Break
And her
24/7.
opponent, accompanied by Brittany May from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Sandy Shore.
But tonight it's all about singles competition. It looks like as a result of that trios match, Crystal Waters not here tonight for action. She could have suffered a serious injury in that trios match. But Sandy Shore out here with Brittany May set for singles competition.
They are the lime green, and I don't know if that's the right color green, but that's what I'm calling it, because it looks like something you might put in a cocktail and drink, and they look great. Brittany May and Sandy Shore, they remind me of being on Miami Beach with the beach balls pounded, and boy, look at that, Sandy Shore's up high. Brittany May, they all love them. We're underway with this singles competition.
Sandy Shore and Fury kicking things off here. And David, we still have more great matches to come. Again, the main event, the WoW World Tag Team Championship. Wait a second, Sandy Shore, schoolgirl roll-up on
Was
Fury.
that gonna be a fast count?
A match can end just like that, David. All it takes is 3 seconds. O'Connor roll. And once again, Fury kicks out. What a leg sweep now to Sandy Shore. A little feeling out process between these two, both of these superheroes trying to bring their best now. And again, it was just a couple of weeks ago that Fury teamed with Daisy Lane and Chainsaw to take on Spring Break 24/7. Of course, Fury, Chainsaw, and Daisy Lane picking up the victory there. So Sandy Shore looking to bring home a W for her team of Spring Break 24/7. What a back fist, and knocking Sandy Shore right into her partner, Brittany Bay.
Both of them are down, and Fury taking advantage of it as she goes to the outside and quickly tosses Sandy Shore back into the ring.
Fury, though, wanting a pinfall or submission victory, rolling Sandy Shore, like you said, back in the ring, David. And Sandy Shore trying to use the ropes to get back up to her feet, but Fury now going to use the ropes just to hang Sandy Shore right across the middle. And now, David, a little headbanger's ball from the Heavy Metal sister.
I don't know how that head bounces like that. And the neck is taking it every night. Oh, big kick right into the chest of Sandy Shore by Fury. 2 count. The main event, fans, coming up. Miami Sweet Heat in there against Holly Swag and Penelope Pink. And special stipulation, no foreign objects, or they'll be disqualified, and that's it. And it's for the Wild Tag Team Championship.
Did you think we'd ever be here, David, with the Fab Four?
I don't know what Lana Star is gonna say for this competition.
Pop-up powerbomb from Fury now, going for the cover. Had Sandy Shore stacked, but Sandy Shore kicking out. Sandy Shore hanging in this matchup. David, that's going to be one heck of a main event. I think a great stipulation, as we have seen time and time again. Swag and Pink use that sock of rocks now.
Well, no matter how it ends, Lana Star turns up the winner. She's got to love this tag team match in some respects, even though she's challenged for the entire Fab Four family to get along.
And now Fury and Sandy Shore, both superheroes, trying to find their way back up to a vertical base. Referee Chad Rico administering the count now, and he's up to 4. Sandy Shore using the ropes to her advantage, and now charging Fury.
The North Carolina girl going to town on the rocker from Los Angeles.
Sandy Shore setting up Fury. What could this be? Oh my! She calls out the hammerhead, hooking the leg of Fury. Does Sandy Shore, could it be it? No. Fury at 2.5 kicks out, David. Both of these superheroes taking advantage of this single showcase matchup, David. Now,
Sandy Shore went up for a bicycle kick. She returned right into the center of the ring, and Fury gives her a back slap to the side of the face. And now Fury's got a submission hold.
Flatliner right into that Koji clutch. And Sandy Shore trying to hang on, but now tapping out to Fury. It was just too much with the Koji clutch.
Fury getting the submission right in the center of the ring. There was no place for Sandy Shore to go, Nigel. She was stuck in the middle of the ring.
Your winner is Fury. Introducing first, from the Magic City, lovely Lori and luscious Lindsay Carlson, Miami Sweet Heat.
Wait a second.
Holland, did you see that? They didn't even make it out here. Wow, they got clobbered on the ramp by Penelope Pink.
Before the bell even rang.
And Holly Swag, and look at Lana. Lana Star's got the sock in the rocks.
Well, the bell hasn't rung yet because the competitors haven't even gotten in the ring, and the WOW World Tag Team Champions, Penelope Pink and Holly Swag, take it. Oh my!
I'm
Holly
waiting for
Swag.
Jeff McGowan to signal when to ring the bell.
Well, it won't
Our
start.
timekeeper's waiting.
It
The
won't
hand
start.
is on it. Jeff McGowan's got to signal it. The fighting is, they may never make it into the ring.
Well, David, you can't ring the bell until they get in the ring.
The fabulous Lana Star. She's on the ramp with the sock and the rocks. If they use it, they will be disqualified and fined.
What a brawl we have going on now as the luscious one, the first one thrown. The bell can finally ring as the two competitors for their respective teams in the ring. What an ambush attack from the WOW World Tag Team Champions.
Lana Star says, how you like that? Pointing at me. Holly Swag takes down luscious Lindsay and now jumps right on the top of her shoulders and hits her in the back of the head, Nigel.
That's right, and sends that face right into the purple canvas of luscious Lindsay. And now, the civil war, if you will, between the Fab Four taking place, something I thought we would never see. And now Penelope Pink just kicking away at luscious Lindsay. And again, as I was mentioning before the attack from Holly Swag and Penelope Pink, look at Lana Star and Holly Swag on the outside of the ring. It was just a month ago that we saw the twin versus twin, an emotional matchup. But in that matchup, it was both Swag and Pink that tried to slide the chairs in to either luscious Lindsay and lovely Lori. Now Pink sends Lovely Lori off the side of the ring apron now. Cartwheel elbow drop to the Luscious one. Referee Jeff McGowan says a 2 count. But it was Luscious Lindsay and Lovely Lori who smashed, clocked if you will, Holly Swag and Penelope Pink with those chairs and said, we want a shot at those WOW World Tag Team Champions. We are the team of the Fab Four.
Penelope Pink's got Lindsay. Lindsay was going for her sister Lori, but reversed in the center of the ring, and this is amazing me. The 4-time tag team champions of the world being taken to by Penelope Pink, a former singles champion, and Holly Swag, a former tag team champion, with her mother, whom she turned on. She turned her back on her own mother. They tried to separate the sisters. Holly Swag trying to be the Trojan horse within the Fab Four. And she tried to divide the sisters, but twin love is bigger than anything, and the Carlsons are staying together, Nigel. But right now, Holly Swag showing why she's sometimes called Hollywood. She's giving it to Lindsay and giving it to her hard.
Holly Swag hooking up the Luscious. Wait a second, inside cradle from Luscious Lindsay. Will it be enough? No. And again, fans, this is for the WOW World Tag Team Championship. And Holly Swag now pulling on the hair of the Luscious one. Luscious Lindsay Carlson just taunting her twin sister. And of course, when we heard from Miami Sweet Heat just last week, it was Sweet Heat who said, you would turn your back on your mother. No wonder you did this and tried to split us up as twin sisters. Now it's Penelope Pink driving that shoulder to the midsection.
Smart observation.
But it was a little too late now as the damage has been done. But
look
now
at Pink taking out Lovely Lori, and now jamming on Luscious Lindsay. Penelope Pink is showing exactly why she was the singles champion of WOW.
As I mentioned, David, the damage done, but tonight, an opportunity to reverse that. Tonight, the Carlsons, Miami Sweet Heat, Luscious Lindsay, Lovely Lori could become 5-time WOW World Tag Team Champions. Penelope Pink doing her best for her team to not allow that to happen, David.
It would be a first, of course. No one's ever had them even 4 times. Right now, Penelope Pink bridging back on Luscious Lindsay.
And it's been 10 weeks, David, of a title reign of Penelope Pink and Holly Swag, who won those championships in that controversial fatal 4-way, David, which started all the drama that we see here in this match. Of course, they used the sock of rock, and now the
Lana Star is helping, blatantly helping Penelope and Holly, and she's grabbing the hair of Lindsay. That is the first time I've seen Lana Star make a blatant act against the Fab Four, former 4-time tag team champs. Right there, you saw it, Nigel.
And what a surreal scene, David, as we saw Lana Star just ripping away at the arms of Luscious Lindsay. Did you think we'd ever see this now? Jeff McGowan says 2 on that count, David.
And the fans, would I be wrong, Nigel, to say at first they were torn, but they are now favoring the Carlson twins? The fans have started to take a like to the Carlson twins.
Well, the Carlson twins, the former 4-time WOW World Tag Team Champions, and of course, Holly Swag, as you mentioned, tried to come in, seemingly an eager member of the Fab Four, but came in and drove a wedge in between the group. Now it's Luscious Lindsay trying to fight a way back into this matchup with shots to the midsection. Holly Swag looking for the hitch and ditch, but Luscious Lindsay, oh my! What a German suplex from the Luscious one. But does she have enough energy to make it to her twin sister, Lovely Lori, who's been emotionally charged in this matchup?
Lindsay slowly trying to make her way to her twin sister. Holly, who usually goes for her mother, but she's been put to the side, tags her new friend, Penelope Pink. Penelope Pink, former champ and now 1/2 of the tag champs, is getting jammed by Lori. Lori with a gorgeous drop kick.
And a big scoop and a slam connects. Middle of the ring. Could we have new champions 5-time? No. Holly Swag in to break up the count, and Luscious Lindsay taking exception to that, David, now as she hammers away at Holly Swag, discarding her. And it looks like, as the lovely one says, hey, let's go for the fair jam.
Lori's getting up high. Lori's getting up high.
Wait a
Holy
second.
smokes. The sock in the rocks. The sock in the rocks that I thought was taken away is you. And that's an automatic DQ. And a big effing fine. That's going to be a fine on Holly Swag and Penelope Pink and Lana Star.
What a bunch of cowards. And now Swag with the sock of rocks.
No! Nigel had said no!
This is assault.
Allowed.
This is assault.